Oh my God. Hold on. I just saw the chat. I thought people were saying hello. Okay, we're going to start over. All right, ready? Oh, wait, actually, let's do this. Let's do this. Hello, and welcome to Take Two. Welcome to True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent. I'm a big fan of the game called True Dungeon. I'm with trenttokens.com, and I love collecting tokens as well, which you can see back here. And sorry about those first few minutes. That was basically me just kind of looking at the screen. In today's very special episode, I'm going to be interviewing Tanya, who's the executive director of Sanjapan. And you definitely want to stay around until the end of the show because she's going to be giving away 3 free pairs of 3-day passes. So click that link at the top of the chat here. I'm not sure where it is. It's somewhere around. And that's how you enter into that free drawing. In addition to those 3 free pairs of passes, we will also be doing my normal giveaways, which is True Dungeon Gold and Treasure Chips. So we have first place, second place, and third place, which you can see here. And those winners, in addition to the gold and treasure chips, you will also be winning each a free pair of passes. So that's 2 per winner there. Woo! So again, sorry for the audio difficulties there, but you know, that's what happens when you go live. So without further ado, let's get to the hero of Sanjapan who got True Dungeon to go to Sanjapan. Everybody, please say hello to Tanya. Oh, the audience loves you. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at all those people clapping. Oh, how you doing, Tanya?
Doing great.
Welcome to the show. It's so good to have you.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be on.
Excellent. Well, I'm very excited to have you on the show. Sanjapan. Oh, man, I'm so excited about Sanjapan. So that's going to be happening. So if you're watching this live, today is the 17th, and Sanjapan runs from the 30th of August through September 1st, and True Dungeon will be there on that Friday and Saturday. I've already got my tickets, so if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, go to td.events. And again, if you don't have your tickets for Sanjapan, click the link and the chat there, and that's how you can enter into that drawing. So again, you'll get we're giving away 3 free pairs. Thank you, Tanya, for doing that for the people who are watching the show. Speaking of that, you need to watch the show until the end and be here during the live drawing, which Tanya's going to help me with. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, don't forget that liking and subscribing. I knew I was forgetting something. I always forget the liking and subscribing. This is how we help spread the love of True Dungeon, so please click like and subscribe and all that other stuff. So let me go to chat and say hello to some people here. John was first, so he got the front row seat. Hello, Alan and Brian and Kevin, David the Dinosaur, the Kimbo Boy, Jimmy Goodwin, Casimir, Nick S, Andy, Shane, Love and Live, True Dungeon Videos. It's exciting. That's right, True Dungeon Videos who signed in. There will be spoilers today, but I'm going to warn you about that spoilers. And sorry for all the people who wrote that they couldn't hear us. But now you can hear me. Let's see, where are we? So hello, Chris, Nero, Dice Divergent, Ross, Kevin, Sleepy Casual, Disney. Oh my God, so many people. Hello to everyone else. And some people are saying hello to Tanya as well. Ashton and Nick
Hi.
and Brian. Man, Gen X Hoosier. And welcome. Speaking of that, Gen X Hoosier says, welcome to the new players. If anyone's watching now and you are coming in from the Sanjapan funnel, if you will, welcome to the show. And I'm so happy that you're here. Today, we'll be talking about True Dungeon for people who might be familiar with Sanjapan, and for the people who aren't familiar with Sanjapan but are familiar with True Dungeon, we're going to be talking about Sanjapan. So we're going to be talking to both audiences, and hopefully we can help the Sanjapan audience learn more about True Dungeon and give us a try. Okay, so that's my pitch. Did you get all that, Tanya?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, great. All right, so after I sip my water, for the people, True Dungeon Video says Tanya rocks. I agree. In chat, You can ask anything you want of me, of Tanya, about True Dungeon, Sanjapan, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, whatever it is that you're into. Do me a favor and just type the word question, and then a question after that, so I can catch it in the scrolling here. All right, so are you ready for some, speaking of questions, are you ready for some icebreaker questions, Tanya?
Sounds good.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me try to make it sound cool.
All right, here we go.
First, what is your favorite color?
Pink.
Correct.
Always got to go with pink.
All right, good choice. All right, favorite book or movie, or both?
I honestly could never say I could pick a favorite book. I am a voracious reader, but I can say a favorite genre.
Okay.
Romance.
Really? Now?
Yep, I'm a sap. I love any kind of romance novel.
I'm a sap too. Now, do you like rom-coms movies?
Oh, love them.
Oh,
Especially
me too.
if there's an
Okay.
action element. Yeah.
Do you have your favorite rom-com movie? There's only one correct
Probably
answer.
something like Romancing the Stone. That was always one of my absolute favorites when I was a kid, or Fifth Element.
Okay, I'll let that pass, but that was not a correct answer. What is the last show that you binge watched?
Currently binge watching NCIS of all things.
Really? That might take you a few years.
Oh, I noticed. I didn't realize how far behind on that I was. I think there's like 22 seasons.
Yeah,
And that's
you-
just of the NCIS one. Now
I
there's all the
know.
spin-offs.
Yeah, we might see you in a couple of years coming out of a cave going, okay, I watched them all. All right, cats or dogs?
I couldn't pick. I do have my very first dog right now, though. I've never had my own dog.
Oh,
I have an
okay.
adorable puppy, Wade.
Okay, and did you just say the name? It's Wade?
Wade. Yep.
Way or Wade?
Wade. Yeah,
Wade.
second.
Okay. You mean like the True
Like
Dungeon
Wade
player?
Wilson.
Yeah, okay, awesome. All right, and what's your favorite type of music?
Again, that would be difficult. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of corrido or tejano. But
Okay. Now, I'm not familiar with those words. What do those words mean, and can you describe what that means? Because that's what we're doing here. We're learning more about you and Sanjapan and True Dungeon.
So corrido is kind of like a Mexican rap.
Okay.
And yeah, and tejano is traditional Mexican music. Is very much band oriented, usually centered around somebody playing an accordion, and you'll have horns and keyboards and so forth. Is dancing music, so I like
Wow.
to listen to it whenever I'm stuck being still, because at least I'll dance in my seat.
Okay, cool. When I listen to music, I like to either choose music that I'm in the mood to hear, or I'll listen to something and then that will drive me to a certain emotion, like dancing or whatever. So I'm not sure if that's the same with you. All right, so the word favorite is throwing us off here. So how about a type of food you enjoy? I won't say favorite food.
Japanese, wholeheartedly.
Okay, now we got. So can we go more specific? Do you have a particular dish that you really enjoy?
I enjoy making ramen from scratch. I like to do that
Really?
personally.
Now,
Yeah,
how do you do the broth? That's the important
so
part.
that takes about 15 hours, sometimes more, depending on how many bones you can get. And
Wow.
I pressure cook them for a bit, and then just let them boil until you get a really unctuous beef bone broth, and
Oh yeah.
then flavor that up. And I'll do the marinated eggs. The only thing I won't do is make my own noodles, because that's a pain in the butt.
Sure. Okay, got it. That sounds awesome. I'm a big ramen fan as well. All right, and how about a hobby you enjoy? I won't say favorite hobby. A hobby you enjoy.
I just started playing Magic. That's been a lot of fun.
Okay.
I really enjoy that. The art is definitely fantastic, and of course, True Dungeon.
Yeah. I'm somewhat of a fan of that as well. Again, in chat, if you have any questions, please feel free to just write the word question and your question after it, and I will try to grab it. All right, so Sleepy Casual says, I'd love to hear about her personal connection with anime, stories, first anime watched, etc.
Oh, first anime watched was actually one I probably shouldn't have been watching.
Okay.
It was early 90s. It was called Vampire Hunter D.
Uh-oh.
And I think I got a hold of that one when I was about 7 years old. One of my aunt's boyfriends left it, and I was like, "This is a cartoon. Can I watch it?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." It was not a children's oriented cartoon, but it was so different from American anime that it just majorly enthralled me. And this is back in the day of video stores, so we went to the local video store, and I saw Sailor Moon and snatched that a VHS up, and so anytime I could find anything, I would grab it and instantly watch.
Wow. Now, had you, when I hear anime, I think of comic book, a graphic novel, but it's also animation. Is that the right word? Because I am a novice when it comes to anime. I know it's huge. So
if you're thinking of a comic book, that would actually be a manga. Anime is definitely the animation.
See, I got it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a really big fun in its own right. Manga is amazing, and then you also even have nowadays light novels, and I've really been enjoying reading those because a lot of the newer animes are coming from actual novels in Japan.
Okay, so anime means animation. It means the cartoon. Is cartoon a derogatory term? I don't want to say the wrong word here.
I mean, we know what you mean, but anime is specifically for Japanese animation. So when you say cartoon, you're more leaning towards American animation.
Anything, right? Yeah. Okay, so Japanese animation are those two things synonymous? Japanese animation and anime, are those the same word?
Yeah, if you're saying anime, you're usually referring to Japanese animation.
So you watched this vampire thing when you were 7. Were you into anime prior to that? Or was that your first
No, I had never seen anything like it before, and watched that VHS and fell in love. The art style was amazing, and the actual artist of it, his name is Amano, and he's actually the one that does all the Final Fantasy art. Wow. I know a lot of people are really interested in that. He does all the art for Vampire Hunter D, and that's actually a novel as well. So
cool. So it starts as Japanese anime, and then some of that can turn into manga? Is that right?
Sometimes, yes. It like Overlord was kind of like that. It started as a light novel, which is just basically a novel. And then it became an anime, and people were clamoring for more art, so it became a manga after.
Got it. Wow, it's so fascinating. I'm so intrigued by this whole world of fans, I guess you could say. There's just so many things out in the world to be a fan of, and there's just this whole genre and world of people that love this that I haven't been exposed to, and I think a convention like yours helps get that word out, and for the people who it was meant to be, that this is something that they can enjoy, they are now connected to it. Like for me, I never heard of D&D growing up, so I got connected to that, and I was just like, oh, this is definitely my thing. And then True Dungeon, of course, the rest is history. But yeah, that's really cool. So hopefully, Sleepy Casual, that you kind of like that. Love and Life said that they love The Fifth Element. So I guess, is that an anime?
No, that's a movie. Fantastic movie.
Oh, the movie. Oh, sorry. How did that come up? Love and Life was just helping answering the questions. Okay, thank you, Love and Life. All right, so Nick S. is asking for Trent Tokens recipes. Oh, my wife, she does all the cooking, and it's incredible. I mean, look at this belly. I mean, yeah, it's quite good. Guildstrife has a question. What are your magic colors?
So I am not loyal to anything at all. I basically just like the tribal decks mostly. So I've got 5 color decks now. I play blue and black, white and black, blue and red. Like anything that looks neat, I'm like, oh, I want to play that.
Okay, awesome, cool.
The art is what draws me more in Magic than anything.
Got it. Very cool.
That's why I'm loving the Bloomburrow right now. They're so cute.
So cute. All right. So Love and Life 877 says, yes, Vampire Hunter D rocks. So you have a fellow fan there. Sleepy Casual says, got him. Awesome. David the Dinosaur, question. Found this live stream from a retreat from Sanjapan. What exactly is True Dungeon? Wow. How about, that is one of my questions. So Tanya, for David the Dinosaur, and thank you for grabbing it through the Sanjapan retreat, how would you describe True Dungeon for someone who's never heard of it?
So to me, it's kind of like an interactive LARP with D&D, so a live action role play with D&D and escape room mixed together. So and it's cooperative on top of that. So it's a lot of fun. You go in, and I tend to play solo, so I hop into a bunch of random parties and join up, and you meet NPCs and get to interact and try to see if you can figure out puzzles, which I'm terrible at. But that's one great thing about having a group. Everybody has some kind of skill. So you can usually figure something out. Because I saw a guy pick something up once and he figured out the missing part because he was like, I'm going to touch everything. And it was fantastic.
Sometimes dangerous, but sure, that's a tactic. Yeah. So I think that's a great way to describe it, Tanya. So David the Dinosaur, imagine if Dungeons and Dragons and an escape room had a baby, and that was True Dungeon. And I've read in like a national magazine, I think it was Forbes, who believes that True Dungeon was more than likely the first escape room in 2003, so eons ago. Before escape rooms were a thing, True Dungeon was True Dungeon. So, and you're with a group of people, and you're all playing D&D archetypes like a cleric, a fighter, a wizard, and so forth, and you collectively work together to go from room to room to room, and each room is a challenge you must overcome, and it could be a puzzle that you all figure out, kind of like a la escape room, or it's some type of combat interactive, and there's NPCs and dungeon masters in each room to help you play. And the way you do combat is you slide a puck on a shuffleboard type thing, and at the end of the shuffleboard you'll see like this monster, and like the eyes could be a crit, and the chest might be an 18, and you want to slide your puck, which has a token in it, which is like one of these things here, and that will determine if you hit, and then they collect the damage, and then you basically go back and forth with the monster, and hopefully you win. And you just go from room to room to room, and at the end you get treasure. It's just tons of fun. So you can go to truedungeon.com and learn all kinds of things, and you can go to td.events to get tickets for the Sanjapan show, and we'll be going through some of those things as well. So great question, David the Dinosaur. Sean
and
Smith.
One thing that's great.
Oh, go ahead.
This one. I'm sorry. One thing that's great about this one too, for a lot of the Sanjapan people, this is a training dungeon, so it's a little smaller to give you a better interaction, so you're not exhausted going through it, especially after the rest of Sanjapan. So it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, the standard size dungeons are 7 rooms, but this is a 4-room dungeon, and we'll be talking about that more later in the show. But it is perfect. What is being brought to Sanjapan is perfect for new players. You don't need any experience at all. Everything is going to be taught to you. You could come in and just sit down, and you're going to be walked through in the coaching area and the training area. So you have 2 different areas, a coaching area and a training area, before you even start. Everything will be explained to you. Sean Smith says that I could be an anime character, so sure, yeah, sign me up. Ross says light novels are great. So many of them get translated nowadays. I'm constantly reading them. Very cool. AK has a question. Which card in Magic has your favorite art?
Right now, I know it's silly, but probably the Liliana from Boom Barrow. I just think that one's so cute. Or Dawn's Truth. That one, the art is really pretty on.
Wow. So cool. Neurodivergent. I'm probably saying that wrong. Neurodivergent. Hopefully I get that right. 5-color. Their comment is 5-color, living dangerously. John says, True Dungeon is like a live dungeon crawl with monsters and puzzles like Escape Room. Perfect. Love it. And David the Dinosaur says, interesting, sounds cool. I agree. Jessa says, my God, I made it. Welcome, Jessa. Look at there. I'm giving you a special welcome. Welcome, Jessa. Andy says Forbes, July 26, 2023 Guide to Gen Con article. So that's where they credit True Dungeon as being the first escape room. All right, let's see. Sleepy Casual says, maybe this is too far off into the future, but would Sanjapan consider bringing more interactive side events to future Sanjapan?
We are always looking for more. We've brought escape rooms on their own before. We have laser tag available this a year again, and that's cool because it's a free event. We have a lot of side things that do happen throughout.
Awesome.
And we're always looking for more content, so definitely.
Awesome. Gilstrife says, question, what is your favorite token?
That one's a bit harder.
Do you have one that's a favorite art, maybe, if you can't pick a token?
Honestly, it's probably Raphael's necklace, or sorry, Necklace of the Sneak, because it was the first relic I ever got.
Okay.
And I traded for it.
Okay.
So it was exciting to actually do the trade.
So you like playing Rogue?
I did very much so at the beginning, but I have to admit the Bard has warmed its way into my heart. I've been playing Bard lately.
Yeah, cool. And you said you like to go to do a lot of pickup groups, so people love a Bard in pickup groups. Very cool. And Neurodice Divergent says, I'm saying it right. I want to say it right. I try my best. All right. So I've got a few questions over here. And over here are questions from you guys. Neurodice Divergent says, Bard Life Forever. So that's awesome. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them in chat. And here are some of my questions. But first, we have a question from Belinda, who couldn't make the show live. So hi, Belinda, who's watching later. Are there any particular restaurants near the convention center that you would recommend to Sanjapan attendees?
So I definitely recommend Charity Bar. That's a really cool bar not too far from the convention center. It's just across the highway, basically. And that one's a really fun place to go to because it literally is a charity bar. Any money that they get sold from certain drinks goes to whatever charity of the month they are sponsoring. So it's really cool on that side. Yeah, I love them. And plus they just have a really great Japanese kitchen attached to it. So great ramen and things like that.
I see a theme.
And even better is we're actually going to have them as a food truck on site for Sanjapan. So you don't even have to go very far for them.
Okay, well, I'm going to Sanjapan, so I will definitely try that. That sounds awesome. Now, speaking of True Dungeon, what are we looking at here? You sent me a couple of photos that I asked for. Can you tell me what's going on here?
I snuck a picture at Gen Con.
Oh, you snuck a picture?
I got handed the staff because they asked who wants it, and of course I want a pokey stick. So
pokey stick. Okay, got it. Love it. And how did you first hear about True Dungeon?
So I first heard in 2020, the last time they were at PAX.
Okay.
Basically went to go check it out. It was my first time going to PAX, and I was walking around looking at what to do and asked what was True Dungeon, and a friend told me a little rundown of it and went, I guess I'll try. Did one run and was utterly hooked. Went and bought the next two there. So
did you do the demo there or just you did the normal one?
Just jumped straight in.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, when you were doing this, at that time, were you thinking this would be cool at Sanjapan? Were you already thinking that, or did it take you a little while?
No, I hadn't thought that just then. It honestly wasn't until PAX was gone that I was like, oh,
I see. Sure. I see. Gotcha. All right. And what are we looking at here? Who is this fine group of people?
Just more random fun. I believe this was GameholeCon, actually, and just jumped in random groups. I tend to do that.
Okay, love it. Yeah, I recognize a couple of those people. And how about this group here? Where's this?
That one was definitely Gen Con, and it was so much fun. Miss Raven invited me to join their group, and I got to run the fairy module. I forgot the name. Oh no. I've forgotten the name of that one.
Does this help jog your memory?
I don't. I'm terrible on the names. I'm so sorry.
Was it something to do? Is it who can help us with the name? Faerun something?
Yeah.
Feast of Faerun. Oh, I can't remember either. Oh, we're terrible people.
Oh, I know.
So somebody help us with that question while I grab
but
a question from chat.
But I did get the butterfly, so I was very excited.
Yeah, Faerun's Feast. There you go. I knew it was Feast of something.
There you go.
Faerun's Feast. Thank you, Kevin, and some other people. Tom says that's Ashley. Yeah, that's Tom's better half. Yeah.
She was fantastic. I love talking to the NPCs.
I know.
It's fantastic because I very much will play whatever character I'm doing because that's what makes it fun for me. So
yeah. So for the Sanjapan people who had never heard of or hadn't experienced True Dungeon yet, here is an NPC interacting with one of the players here, and this is another NPC. Probably it kind of looks like it's in the dungeon as well. Why are you taking photos in a place you're not supposed to take photos? You're so naughty.
Because they offered. They were
okay.
like, "Do you want a picture?" And I said, "Yes, please."
Cool. All right, great. So let me try to grab this question from the audience. Gilstrive says, "What events are you looking forward to checking out at Sanjapan besides True Dungeon, of course?"
I am looking forward to actually checking out the tabletop area this year, and I always try to get in there to play some board games anyway. So now I'll actually have card games to play, but probably one of my favorite areas is arcade. We have a 75,000 square foot arcade area, and it's all free play. So it's a massive area and almost all the games are Japanese based. So it's really fun. You get to sit down and play some stuff that you wouldn't normally get to. But yeah, that's always one of my absolute favorites. And we got laser tag again, and I'm really hoping I get in there. I doubt I will. I doubt I'll have the energy to run, honestly. So
could there be laser sitting maybe? I might be able to do laser sitting. Wow, that sounds fun. Speaking of fun, before I forget, everyone, if you haven't yet, click on the link that's pinned in chat, and that's how you enter into the drawing, where we'll be giving away these gold bars here and treasure chip, first, second, and place. And Tanya will also be giving away 3 free 3-day passes to each of those winners there. So you definitely want to sign up for that. It's going to be awesome. And Burnt the Waffles. Oh, by the way, Burnt the Waffles, that's who we were just looking at. All right, so let's look at that again here. She said that it was you were with Raven, so it was okay. So that's how you got permission. You were with Raven. Raven is the key to everything. Raven is one of the most beloved players from literally the first few days of True Dungeon. So I agree.
Tim and Raven are fantastic.
Oh, and speaking of that, Raven here is on the far right. That's Raven. Yeah, and people in chat agree. Raven is awesome. All right, so pin link reminder, and also speaking of reminder, liking and subscribing and sharing and all that other good stuff, please do that. And now I do have some questions about Sanjapan. So let me get to, hold on, this here, the 2-shot here. For someone, just like True Dungeon, for someone who's never heard of Sanjapan, how would you describe it?
Sanjapan is basically a coming together of communities. I have always kind of thought anime conventions are run by communities, and that's why I think True Dungeon is such a good fit for it, because the community is fantastic. So we have communities from all over when it comes to fashion, the gaming, the arcade gaming, tournament gaming, a lot of different groups come. We've got Star Trek and Star Wars groups, different charities. Like this year, the charity we're supporting is called Project Prom Dress. They are near and dear to my heart. They collect gently used prom dresses, tuxedos, suits, shoes, jewelry, everything. And they actually turn their store into a boutique experience that a struggling teen can come and get their outfit free of charge, so they can enjoy events. Yeah, and it's fantastic. We're doing a clothes drive for them this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing what gets brought out by all the communities that help support.
Wow. Very, very cool. And what is your position? I think I might have said it at the top of the show, but what is your position and what do you do for Sanjapan?
So I'm an executive director. I'm part of the board of directors for sanjapan, and I work year round to basically put the convention together. There's basically about 8 of us that work year round doing everything. And my husband and I are owners as well, so we tend to do a bit more towards it all. And I focus on getting different groups and different things going on. Like this year, we're also having wrestling come out, so you could go watch some wrestling events in one area, and it's a lot of fun because they're very interactive with the crowd, so it's great. And I focus on getting the different groups for display, like True Dungeon, like laser tag, and so forth.
Okay, awesome. That sounds like a fun full-time job. Let me check in with Chet here. Question from Gilstrife. Kevin said, well, first Kevin says, Graven got me started. Wow, that's awesome. Gilstrife says, how many people did you have to beat up to get TD at Sanjapan? Did you beat anybody up? And if so, how many
people? I might have put the screws to my husband just a little bit.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Basically was like, I mean, you say I can't go to Gen Con because it's too close to Sanjapan. So how about breed Sanjapan to us?
Okay, got it. True Dungeon to Sanjapan. I love it. Jessa says, as a Florian, my soul is warmed. It was the best dungeon. It sure was good.
Beautiful.
Disney
I love that
Picks
one.
Chick CB, I'm excited. TD is coming to Texas. I can make a day trip to San Antonio. Ah, yeah. And Tom says he doesn't have to fly for this one. That's true. That's good. I'm very happy. Now, it is time for a little something interesting. So listen to this, folks.
Breaking news. Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah. Breaking news. Yeah. Breaking news.
Okay, so we have some breaking news. When I was at Gen Con, I did some interviews with brand new players for an episode of True Dungeon Talk with Trent, and I'm going to premiere it now because I thought this might be a good time, hopefully, that there are new people who have never played True Dungeon before who are curious about it. We definitely have at least one person in chat. Speaking of that, if anybody wants to say that they're brand new, have never played before, say hello in chat so we can say hello back. So this I'm about to premiere this video. It's not on YouTube yet. I'll post it later, but this is the premiere of this video, and I found some people at Gen Con who had never played True Dungeon before, and I interviewed them before their run and then after their run. So I'm going to premiere that video here for the first time. So enjoy. Let's listen in. Hello, and welcome to another episode of True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent of trenttokens.com. I'm a big fan of the game called True Dungeon and a very avid collector of tokens. In today's episode, I'm going to be interviewing new players who have never played True Dungeon before. Let's listen. So, you've never played True Dungeon before, right?
Correct.
All right. Now, how did you hear about True Dungeon, and what are you expecting?
I heard about True Dungeon ever since we've been coming to Gen Con for about 11 years now. Saw the signage, heard people talking about it, and I'm expecting a really intricate LARPing session, live action role play session.
Got
so
it.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm expecting.
Excellent. And how did you hear about it, and what are you expecting?
Similar story. I've seen the signs around on Gen Con. We've been to Gen Con before. We tried to get tickets last year, and they all sold out before we could get them. So we're excited to try it this time, and I am expecting to fling little discs, because that's the only thing that I saw when I looked up how to play True Dungeon.
Excellent. All right. So we're going to catch them at the end to see what they thought. See you then. Handsome
All
fella.
right, hello. Now, I understand this is their first time playing True Dungeon, right?
Very first.
All right. Now, what are you expecting?
I'm not really sure what to expect, but last time we were at Gen Con, everybody seemed to be all about it. So if it's D&D like and we get to move around and fight monsters and solve puzzles, it's my kind of thing.
Oh, I think you're going to be pleased. All right, we'll see you at the end.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, here we have another pair. How did you hear about True Dungeon, and what are you expecting?
We heard about it from Dad.
From your dad? Okay. And what are you expecting?
An escape room-like experience with D&D elements involved.
All right. Now, I see these amazing costumes, and what are you going to play today?
Hopefully a rogue.
Okay, hopefully a rogue. And how about you?
Bard.
A bard. All right, I think
yeah.
they're going to have a good time. I'll see you guys at the end. Thank you. See you then.
Okay, thank you.
So here they are pulling treasure.
All right, we have 2 new people, and this was their first adventure from True Dungeon. What did you guys think?
It was good.
It was good. What was your favorite part? Oh,
Probably,
looking over here. What was your favorite part?
probably the rogue box was really cool. The lockpick technique, kind of like Operation, and then I'll go second favorite for everybody else was the special effects.
Oh, so you really like the special effects. Do you think you'll play again?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. How about you? We got a absolutely and a head shake. Well, thank you very much, and enjoy your next time.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So you just finished your first True Dungeon adventure. What did you think?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Awesome. Now, what was your favorite part?
It's a tie between the battle interactions and the skill checks in that, and then the puzzles. The puzzles were great. We're a fan of puzzle rooms, and that it like combines all the best things with little D&D sprinkled in. It was amazing.
Very cool. And now, do you think you'll try to play again?
I can guarantee it because it's already scheduled.
It's already scheduled?
It's already scheduled.
When are you
so,
playing again?
Tomorrow night, I believe. Yeah, the Terror of Tomb
Temple
Part
of Doom
2.
Viper? Oh, no, Tomb of Terror
Tomb of Terror
Redux.
Redux. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Be careful. I died in that last room today, so be careful.
We died today, but I still loved it.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we're here with 2 new players who have never played True Dungeon before, and they just finished. What did you think?
I had a lot of fun. It was great.
Okay, how about you?
Same. It was really fun.
Okay, now, what was your favorite part?
I liked the combat. I really liked throwing the puck and trying to make a hit.
And you?
I liked puzzles.
Oh, we got someone that liked the puzzles. I'm not so good at puzzles, so you really like the puzzles. That's awesome. Now, would you play again?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I would, yes.
Absolutely. I'm going to add to absolutely what he said. Well, there you have it. Thank you very much for watching True Dungeon Talk with Trent. I really appreciate everybody watching the show, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there you have it. The premiere of the before and after interviews with some of the players. And I see here in chat, Tom said that the kids came through your training room. They were nice. Yeah, they were really nice. The girl, she was so cute and so shy. So I like her answer. She said, "My dad," and that was pretty much it. She answered the question. And she's done. No more. No need to give more information than that.
Verbalize anything else.
Yeah, I thought that was super cute. Let's see.
I can't believe none of them, their favorite part was the NPCs. That's my favorite part.
Well, I need to interview more people, and eventually somebody will say the NPCs. Yeah. All right. So let me catch up here with chat. So Shane has a question. I would love to see TD expanded to even more cons. Any recommendations on what fans can do to encourage this sort of expansion to more locations? You want to take that one, Tanya?
So definitely most have a contact form. you can use the contact forms for different conventions and suggest that this would be good for them. I would say make it at least a mid-sized convention because they do need a fair bit of space. So make sure that there's a bit of space for them to get. But yeah, just definitely suggest it on the Facebook pages or the social medias. And if they have a contact form, send that in because all of us, we all read everything. We're obsessive.
Okay, great. All right, good suggestion. Sean says, did you give them some fun tokens, Trent? I did. All of the people who were on the interview, I gave them treasure chips so they could go and pull more treasure. And for the new people who have never played before, that cut where you saw them digging into a box there, that was the end where you get treasure. That's kind of like the end of the adventure. You now have treasure from your adventure. Ryan says, I believe we lost True Dungeon from PAX West Seattle due to the contracting back into the convention center, meaning there is no longer an adequate space for the dungeon. That's very possible. True Dungeon is quite big. AK says, how was their favorite part? Not the treasure. Well, they just started, so that might be their favorite part in the near future. Flamin' Pick Pi 6C73 says hello. Well, hello back to you. All right, so in front of us here, we're looking at the artwork for Sanjapan. Can you describe what we're looking at? Because I know there's a particular theme for Sanjapan this year.
Yeah, so our theme is quinceañera because it is our official 15th numbered year.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, the theme is quinceañera, the coming of age, because that's very one thing that we really like to do is blend the cultures. That's why it's San Japan for San Antonio and bringing Japan to San Antonio.
Nice.
Like this year, it's really exciting. We're actually bringing over several Japanese voice actors and animators. We're having Studio Trigger come down, and that one's
Wow.
really cool. If you are into anime, if you've seen Delicious and Dungeon, we're actually getting two of the animators from Delicious and Dungeon coming in who are gonna be there to do live drawings, and as a super fun section, they're actually gonna run the dungeon. They were very interested. They want to run the
Wow.
dungeon, so they're gonna come play True Dungeon as well.
Cool. That's awesome. Talking about bringing things together, I can't think of anything more exciting than those two worlds that are whole worlds amongst themselves separately coming together, kind of like, those pie charts coming together. That sounds awesome. I'm very excited about that. AK says, congrats on 15 years. And Big Rick says, hi, everyone. Hello, Big Rick. Neurodivergent says, tokens are addictive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know
only
this I know.
Okay.
I think I have two of your binders full now, and not to
Oh.
mention all the
Only two? You got a
Only
couple more
two.
shelves to catch up on.
I've
Yeah.
only been in it for 4 years.
Well, there's still time. Wait till you hit 15, right? Coming of age at 15. Chris Canary says Delicious in Dungeon is a bit of fun. Sean says tell
super.
Trent he has to watch Delicious in Dungeon. Okay, so I have to watch that now. Sean says that.
It is really good.
Well, I love the title. I'm a big fan of marketing and titles that are very descriptive and kind of tell you what's going on. That sounds fun. Disney Pick Chick CB loves Delicious in Dungeon as well. Okay, sounds like we got to watch this. John says it's on his watch list on Netflix. And Jessa says, I hope they try to eat stuff. And
That's my hope too.
yeah. Well, it sounds like there's food and dungeon. Oh, this might be my new favorite show. And Tom says we are so excited to meet Trigger. So that sounds like people are very excited about this.
Their president is also coming out too, so that's really exciting.
Wow. Speaking of that, so Tom, I assume you guys are going to be there, you and Burnt the Waffles. So because I'm sure you're working there, feel free to tell us in chat what you're going to be doing. Neurodivergent says, I need a Delicious and Dungeon themed TD. Collect the ingredients to cook in the final room. That's cool. Chris says, watch the trailer after my show. I think you'll end up binging Delicious in Dungeon. Burnt the Waffles is going to be an NPC. Well, I'll see you in, let's see, what? Today's the 17th. So I'll see you in 2 weeks. All right?
Yep.
So Ashley and Tom are both. So you'll be in a room together. Oh, my God. Well, I'm going through at least twice a day. So I'll see you guys a few times. Awesome. Okay, so speaking of what's going to be at True Dungeon, as you can see here, it says the Golden Obelisk. So now we're going to talk about that dungeon. It's a smaller dungeon, perfect for new people or anyone who loves to play True Dungeon. And you can go to td.events to get the tickets. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a Sanjapan trailer for the Golden Obelisk. So here's the trailer, and enjoy. Cool. Oh man, I love that trailer. It's going to be very, very cool. All right, so this is for the people who aren't familiar with how smaller dungeons work. So I'll just walk through a couple of bits of information here. So of course, this is the Golden Obelisk, which we just saw a trailer for. That's the name of the dungeon, and it's of course at Sanjapan. It's going to be on Saturday and Sunday, the 30th and 31st. You can go to TD.
Friday and Saturday.
Oh, did I say it wrong? Friday and Saturday. So thank you. That's why Tanya's here to help me, correct all my mistakes. So Friday and Saturday, the 30th and 31st, and you can go to td.events to buy tickets. Now, this is what's called the sealed format, and you're going to get a 10-pack of tokens, and that's included with your ticket. It's this little thing here. Fret not. You don't need to learn anything. They're going to show you what to do with this. And one of my favorite things about these kind of runs is when you open this up, you're going to start sharing with your fellow players. That's just my most favorite thing to do in the whole world, is to share tokens with people. It's a 4-room dungeon, so you'll see a mix of pictures. There'll be pictures. You'll see a mix of puzzles and combat. And at the end, you'll get 3 treasure tokens, a completion token, and a completion button. So it's really fun.
And this year, we're actually, one fun thing is we're doing ribbons for Sanjapan in a lot of different areas, badge ribbons, and there'll be one available for True Dungeon as well. So
wow.
Another way to rep.
That's very cool. I love it. All right. So again, this might be a good time to remind people, if you haven't yet, click on the link in chat. That's the pinned link, and that's how you enter into the free drawing, where I'll be giving away True Dungeon Gold and treasure chips, and Tanya will be giving away 3 pairs of 3-day passes. So the 3 winners are going to be getting all kinds of fun stuff today. And Myron says, is that a completion button or a survivor's button? I think it's kind of the same thing. I'll show you what that is in a little bit. But survivor's button, completion button. Maybe survivor's button is the better way to say it. Gilstrife says, LOL, only 6 groups got it on their first try, and only 10 groups that ran out of time. I think they're talking about something in chat. All those crazy chat people. All right. Go, Tanya, you want to say something? Or just waving your hand? Waving in your hands like here?
Sorry.
That's okay. There's dancing. There's dancing in this show.
Before I move on to the next thing, I want to say there's a spoiler alert. So if you are going to do the Golden Obelisk adventure and you don't want to see some behind the scenes information, look away for about the next 5 minutes or so. The next thing I'm going to show you is a special behind-the-scenes look. Especially for the people who have never played before, when you first get there, you're going to take your 10-pack of tokens and you're going to go into a coaching room, and you'll be in there, and the coach will help you figure out what you need to do. Then you're going to go to a training room, and then the trainer there will show you again how to play. And right before you go into the first dungeon, typically that's where they might show some type of video. It's kind of like the event intro. So imagine, you're in a tavern, and while you're there and something happens, so that's basically the start of your adventure. So I'm now going to show you the Golden Obelisk event intro that you'll actually be seeing inside the dungeon. So if you don't want to see that, look away, come back in 5 minutes. All right, here we go.
Your party of brave adventurers has had many encounters within the desert lands of Chaldea. Through sharp wit and strength of arms, your band has survived these challenges to find yourselves in the study of a wise sage who needs your help. He tells you about a wondrous golden obelisk that grants those clever enough to unlock its mysteries precise knowledge of a dilemma they face. The sage implores you to seek the golden obelisk within a ruined temple in the nearby hostile desert. There you must use the golden obelisk to recover some lore vital to the sage. Prepare yourselves now for the upcoming challenge. Soon you will leave the safety of your desert inn to venture forth into the dangerous and dark desert to seek the golden obelisk.
Cool. Wow. So that's the event intro. So hopefully you're still not looking. So from there, we figure out that you and the party must find a mysterious monument in order to help unlock an ancient desert secret. So that is the adventure, the Golden Obelisk adventure. And besides that event intro, I've got some photos of this adventure. So here are some of the NPCs that you could meet if you play the Golden Obelisk. It's a very cool adventure. I'm looking forward to playing with a bunch of new people at Sanjapan. And here, those were some NPCs. And here is some of the puzzle that you might see. I'm going to kind of fly through here so you don't memorize it. Not that you could hit pause, for instance, but that's okay. So look at this very cool artwork. And, ooh, what is this? Could this be the Golden Obelisk? I don't know. Maybe. So yes, go to td.events, Friday, August 30th through Saturday, August 31. That's going to be the tickets for the Golden Obelisk. There's definitely some tickets available. And speaking of what Myron was saying earlier, here is the survivor button. So that survivor button is probably the better word there. So survivor button and completion token. So in addition to those things, you'll also get 3 random draws, treasure draws. Yeah. So any questions in chat about True Dungeon at Sanjapan or any other final questions for Tanya? If not, final reminder to go to the pinned link and fill out that survey form, because that is how we will determine the winners. So final call for that and final call for questions. Sleepy Casual says, how long does True Dungeon run for? I think that event,
This one's like an hour and 40 minutes, I believe.
Yeah. So roughly an hour and 40 minutes or so for this adventure, but normally it's 2 hours if it's a larger adventure. And maybe one day with more, maybe you can come back to Sanjapan with a bigger space and a bigger dungeon. But typically 2 hours, but this dungeon's about an hour 30 to 40 minutes. Sleepy Casual says, guess I'll have to block out some time for it, but it looks worth it. I agree. Sleepy Casual, I mean this. Oh man, should I give out my email? I don't care. So whoever's watching this, if you have any questions about Sanjapan and running that dungeon, especially Sleepy Casual, email me at trenttokens.com, and I'll be glad to help you figure out how to play, when to play, etc. So that goes for anybody in chat or anybody who's watching this before Sanjapan happens. The whole community, you can go to truedungeon.com and go to the forum and ask people there too. The whole community, as Tanya says, just loves helping people. It's
fantastic.
What we do. Yeah, I
got
agree.
so much help making my builds for different characters. It was so much fun to chit chat on the forums again.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's great for new people. I'm taking the board of directors through at one point. I bought out a run so we could do it as a team building exercise.
Love it. Yeah. I the same thing happened to me when I first started. Tons of people helped me. So I'm not like super nice guy or whatever. I mean, I'm just paying it forward. The whole community is like that. That people love to help each other. So, Steve says, can't wait to be there. Hello, Steve. I hadn't seen you in chat yet. All right. So it is time to do our giveaway. So you can see here. I'm cutting off the signups. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that is it. If you haven't signed up yet, you're too late. Boom, I just turned it off. Okay, so now I'm going to go and get rid of any duplicates that might exist. So give me a second here to grab this. So those are going to be, in addition to those prizes, we're going to be giving away 3 pairs of 3-day passes, which is an amazing, cool thing. Thank you so much for doing that, Tanya.
Of course. I want more people to come.
Yes. Okay. Remove. Okay, no duplicates were found. Okay, good job, everybody. All right, I see some first names here, but I don't see any duplicates here. So there we go. All right, so now I'm going to share my screen so people can see this. All right, so here we go. This is very exciting. All right, now, so hopefully everybody sees your name here. No, there were no duplicates, so good job, everybody. Sleepy Casual says good luck. And again, the prizes, one more time, are going to be first, second, and third. Gold pieces and treasure chips, and each of those winners will also be getting a pair of 3-day passes. So wowza, wowza, wowza. So let's first do third place. Sean says the Wheel of Misfortune. No, the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so this is going to be for third place. I'm just making old-fashioned notes here, even though I can watch the show again. All right, so here we go for the third place winner. Good luck, everybody.
Let's see.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, so Jacob, I'm writing this down. Oh, and by the way, I hope I said this enough in chat. I need you to respond in chat. So say hello in chat, Jacob, so you can be
Jacob Vasquez.
Yeah, Jacob Vasquez. Please say hello in chat.
Jacob Vasquez I know?
Perhaps. All right, so Jacob, say hello in chat, because that's how we know if you're watching. I know there's a little bit of a delay here, so I'm going to wait. Say hello in chat, Jacob. Jacob. Oh, no. Where are you, Jacob?
Oh, no.
I see a lot of people saying congrats, so I think the timer for... Wait, Gilf Strife? Are you Jacob? Is that true? That is Gil Strife. Okay, someone else said. Okay. All right, Gil Strife, I believe you. All right, so, because, yeah, Gil Strife, you're a big fan of the show. Thank you so much. All right, so Jacob, thank you so much. All right, so I'm going to remove you. You got the 10X treasure chip, the 1K gold bar, and 2 3-day passes. So we're going to remove you. And now this is for... second place. Thank you again, Gil Strife, and congrats. Here we go for second place. Oh, Sean, so close. Oh, Sean's going to be so angry. David, you are the second place winner. Now, I didn't see any other Davids, so I just left it as Davis. But I also, by the way, I have the connecting emails to these because I've got your name in a different screen. I'm not going to share that on this screen. So, David, say hello. I know, Sean. Oh, Sean, the wheel hates you. So, David.
Always the bridesmaid.
I know. Yeah, so this is the 3X treasure chips and the 5K bar and 2 3-day passes to Sanjapan. David McClure? Is that who David is? What? Oh my God. Oh, David Gershbach. Okay, I'm going to hold on. We got to figure out which David this is. All right, so I'm going to go to this screen and I'm going to go look at my other screen because I can see which one it is. And I'll tell you which one it is. It is not McClure. David McClure. Let's see. David McClure. You wrote David McClure. Dave Gershbach, you wrote just David. So hopefully you didn't mean to have your last name out there. So yeah, Dave G, you are the second place winner. So sorry to Dave McClure. All right, so let me go back to this screen and share this again. David McClure says, congrats, other David. Yeah, so, yep, you are here, Dave. So I'm going to remove you. And now let's hit, and this is for the first place. This is good stuff. The 25K bar, 1X treasure chips, and a free 3-day pass. 3 of them. Jimmy Goodburn. By the way, Jimmy, maybe this is what everyone needs to do. Jimmy just subscribed to True Dungeon Talk with Trent YouTube channel today. So, Jimmy, I hope you're watching, and I hope you can say hello in chat, because if not, oh, that's going to suck. All right, so people are saying congrats, so that means the time has happened. Jimmy, say hello in chat, please. Oh, that would suck if you're not here.
Oh, that would suck.
I know. He just subscribed today. I got a notification that said Jimmy subscribed. Jimmy, are you there? Come on, Jimmy. All right, I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds here. Lots of people saying congrats, so that means. Oh, there you are.
Yay!
Jimmy's here. Congratulations, Jimmy. Oh, wow. And congratulations to everybody. Again, wow. Jimmy says, hello, I'm here. Gen Con was my first True Dungeon. Wow. What a great intro, Jimmy. Thank you for subscribing, Jimmy, and thank you everyone else for subscribing too. If you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe. And Tanya and I will email the winners. I'm going to confirm your mailing address so we can send you out these yummy tokens, the gold and treasure chips, and we'll also email you. I think we're going to email some QR codes or something like that. We'll figure it out, right, Tanya?
I will email how they get their tickets. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's going to be great. All right, so now I just have one more thing to ask you, Tanya. Is there anything else that you would like to share that we haven't talked about yet before we let you go and get back to work prepping Sanjapan?
Yeah. I know anime cons are a bit different than what True Dungeon normally goes to, so I just really want to encourage people to explore the convention a bit. There's a lot of really interesting panels that happen that, like, one of my favorites, weirdly, is, like, the Japanese murderers throughout time.
Okay.
It's the Japanese serial killers. That was a really interesting panel, but there's a lot of culture panels and different things that happen. There's a lot of different areas to explore, since we take over almost the entire convention center and the Grand Hyatt. Yeah, come listen to some EDM music on Saturday night. We have a dance party that goes on, so it's just a lot of fun, and I really hope to see True Dungeon people outside of True Dungeon as well.
Awesome. Well,
you'll
that's
see me everywhere.
Excellent. That's a wonderful pitch. Yes, definitely give Sanjapan a try. I'm going. It's going to be awesome. And Tanya, thank you so much for being on the show. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for helping to spread the love of Sanjapan and True Dungeon. I'll let you get back to prepping the convention, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you, guys. I
All
love
right.
being here. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye, Tanya. All right. Well, there you have it. That was Tanya, the executive director of Sanjapan, a big fan of True Dungeon as well. Thank you all very, very, very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And please do that, liking and subscribing to help share the love of True Dungeon. It's a really big help for the show. And thank you all again very much for watching, either live or watching later. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you can come out to Sanjapan. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, don't forget my most favorite thing to say, it's really hard to frown if you're smiling, so smile.